when you hear Joel come on the blabs in other places, he is putting on a fake accent because work for KGB. Easy as ABC on CNN.
What's up, socials? I am here in San Diego at Social Media Marketing World with the lovely and fabulous Joel Comm, best-selling author of Twitter Power 3.0. What's up, Joel? So great to have you here.
Hi, socials.
Oh, yay, he talks. I want you to share 3 of your biggest tips for having a compelling Snapchat story to follow, because I think what you've done, and you've only been on the platform for what?
Since November.
Yeah, I mean, very short amount of time, which is fun because you dove in like full force instead of just sort of waiting around for years, and I think you're doing a great job. I want to know what is that, the things that really have made you come up with great stories on a daily basis. They're so fun to watch.
Here are 3 things to make a great story. You have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Ooh.
Mic drop. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for being here, Joel. That's all for today.
So every story has a beginning, middle, and end, and you have to look at storytelling is that, you know, Snapchat, it's not just, okay, I'm here, and now I'm over here, and oh, look, isn't that interesting?
Like how I do?
Well, but there's 2 different kinds of snappers, right? There are snappers that are just the random moments, and sometimes I do that. And then there is the storytelling, and storytelling is where you are actually engaging the people in the process of the snap leads to this one leads to this one, it's going somewhere.
Right.
And so I try on most days to have a thematic approach to my storytelling, and I don't even usually have any idea what's going to be. I keep this long list of ideas on my iPhone.
Yeah. In notes or like
notes?
Yeah.
Notes. I just idea.
I love the notes
put
app.
it down. Notes. Put it down. Usually twice a day, and so it's growing and growing. And rarely do I refer back to it for an idea because, like all great storytelling, it comes in inspiration. It comes in moments. Let me give you an example.
Yes.
So I was walking around Denver. I like to take my walks every day, get some exercise, and move my body. I like to move it. And I noticed my shadow. It was a very sunny day, just like it was here in San Diego.
I think I remember this one.
Saw my shadow on the ground, and I thought, and I snapped a video. I said, I'm going to take my shadow for a walk today. Well, that's all I thought I was going to do. But in my mind, I heard voices, and that voice was my shadow talking back to me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so the question is, when you're telling a story, not only do you need a beginning, middle, and an end, but let it take you where, you know, as an author, as a writer, as a teller of stories, you want to see where it's going to go, and don't be afraid to ask those, what if?
Yeah.
What if I went into my cabinet and I was going for some soup, but it wasn't a typical can of Campbell's soup, but it was Campbell's Cream of Rock and Roll, which I had the inspiration of.
Oh my gosh.
Where would that take me?
Sounds way more fun than regular soup.
I ate it, and all of a sudden, there was this blaring guitar sound, and I had sunglasses on, and I ended up lip syncing to, you know, Guns N' Roses and The Who, and it transformed me. And each snap as it progressed, I got cooler. Sunglasses came on, then a leather jacket came on, then a guitar came out on Zeppelin, and it ended up like this little commercial.
Yeah.
But I didn't really plan that. I let it unfold in the moment. So number 3, I know you want to get
because I know exactly. No, I'm like I think you're going to say it, but I have a question because that sounds like how you really build out an amazing beginning and middle.
Right.
But like, how do you end something like that, and how do you keep people wanting more so that the next story, as off the wall or crazy as it is, it's coming from your mind? Like, what do you? What's that end?
You know, I think that's actually not where I was going, but the end comes from the same inspiration that the beginning and the middle come from, right? You come to that. The end. It's like this is it. I have reached into the story. You don't want to go on too long. You don't want to end it too soon. You want to make sure it's satisfying. So for that Campbell soup one, it was Campbell's Cream of Rock and Roll. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was like it was the end of a commercial.
Yeah.
You know, with my shadow fought me. And what I did is I talked really slow and then used the speed up filter. So Shadow's getting ornery with me, and I finally tried to escape Shadow, and he's like running behind me, and I'm finally like, I'm tired, and I took a drink. And Shadow's like, can I have a drink too? So you see Shadow taking a drink. We're going to get along. We hugged it out.
Gotcha.
And then it ended with Shadow saying, you're still chubby, something like that. And it was funny, and it was self-contained, and you knew you were at the story. And so where I was going to go was, don't be afraid to take risks.
That is the moral here.
Just let it.
Because this sounds crazy to me. I'm like, I don't even know if I could come up with this creativity, but it's also something that you didn't plan on. You just looked at something and you were like,
You're very creative. You're very funny. You just need to allow yourself to be in the moment. I'm talking to everybody. You know, it's Snapchat for crying out loud. You're not, you know, painting the Mona Lisa. You're not erecting a building. You're telling a Snapchat story.
Yeah.
Just take risks and have fun with it. And I think people engage with that level of authenticity.
Love it.
They're
Joel
like, you're so silly.
Oh my gosh. One of a kind. Make sure you snap this code here so I don't have to edit it in. This is Joel Com. That's all for today's socials. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.